Hello, and welcome to the norming video for 3rd grade science for CA2, the constructed response. I'm going to show you a few examples for how scholars may answer these questions, as well as show you the rubric over here on the left-hand side. For number 1, it asks scholars to identify one trait that this dog might pass on to one of its puppies, and then also to explain why the trait is passed on. Up here you can see this question is worth up to 2 points total. Scholars should receive 1 point for identifying at least one trait that would be passed on by saying, like, the dog could pass on its fur color, texture, body size, tail size, ear size, etc. There are a lot of different examples. And then they will receive a 2nd point for noting that it is passed on because it is an inherited trait. They might also say something like the dog might pass on its long tail to its puppy. Puppies inherit traits like tail length from their parents, something along those lines. Moving on to question number 2. Question number 2 asks about some adaptation. So it's talking about this Arctic hare in the winter months, what kind of environment it lives in. And then it asks scholars to explain 2 ways that the hare adapts to its environment in order to survive. You can see up here, this is worth up to 2 points as well. So scholars should receive 1 point for explaining one way that the hare adapts, and then 1 additional point for explaining the second way that the hare adapts. You could say something like the fur keeps it warm in the cold, the fur is white and it blends into the color of the snow, which helps keep it safe from predators. Some other things that it may note that are not listed above, such as it has really flat paws to walk in the snow, it has large hind legs for walking better, the fur turns brown in the summer months. 1 point for adaptation number 1 and 1 point for adaptation number 2. Moving on to question number 3. Question 3 again is worth between 0 and 2 points. It shows a diagram of a plant and then asks scholars to identify 2 functions of the root. Very simply, scholars get 1 point for the first part and 1 point for the second part. They must just identify 2 different functions of the root. One could be that they support and hold up the plant. One is that they send water to the leaves. It could also be that they absorb nutrients, they store food, etc. The one not acceptable response is that roots do not take in soil. They take in water and they take in nutrients from the soil, but they do not actually take in soil, so that response would not be accepted. Any of the other ones would be. If you need additional help, please feel free to email me at momiller@uplifteducation, or feel free to reach out directly to your CTL. Thank you.